Illinois lawmakers are in the process of deciding what a new congressional district map will look like, and the shifts here could be drastic, given that the state is losing a seat in Congress. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with more. Amanda, where are lawmakers in this process?
Well, Brandis, there's actually a lot of map making going on, so let's get straight away that Illinois legislators, as in state representatives and senators, actually have a couple of responsibilities here. They've got to draw a new map for themselves and actually check. They have already done that, but it is also up to Illinois state legislators to draw new boundaries for Illinois seats in Congress. And that is what they are working on now, holding a series of public hearings, seeking input. According to Representative State Butler, though, it isn't going great. He says the wrong address was given for anybody who wanted to attend a hearing today in person in Joliet.
Again, we're making it very difficult for the public to participate in these hearings if we're sending them down a dead-end road. And I would say, not shockingly, I'm the only member here.
He says they went down a literal dead-end road, by the way, at least the map with the original address. Now, that hearing lasting only 15 minutes, most of which was taken up by attendants and then a staff member giving a pro forma lesson on how the redistricting process works. Not a single person or group gave comment on what the new congressional map should look like. Now, it was a little bit better, or different anyway, in the Senate, which also held a hearing today, and a few people testified, one of whom suggesting a path to creating 2 Latino congressional districts. Right now, there is one, that's the 4th district, represented currently by Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia. Now, another witness expressed frustration with how all of this works, period. The League of Women Voters, Abigail Nichols, says when the legislature drew that state map, they ignored the public's input. She says it seems like state legislators are following that same pattern when it comes to the congressional version.
There is no transparency and no assurance that the public will be able to have meaningful input prior to votes approving the congressional district maps by the Illinois Assembly.
Now, Republicans have little say over how any of this has gone or will go because they are in the super minority in the Illinois House and Senate. Also, Democrats, J.B. Pritzker, of course, controlling the governor's office. So the GOP says this is all a dog and pony show.
To say to the witnesses that are on this and the witnesses that have taken time in the past, I apologize to them for the complete disdain that the majority party holds them in. It is absolutely shameful. The lack of transparency, the refusal to answer basic questions, the ignoring the input of witnesses. This is shocking. I would frankly be embarrassed.
So GOP State Senator Jason Plummer there repeatedly tried to get Democrats to pledge to make public a draft of the congressional map before the Illinois General Assembly votes on it. But the co-chair of the Senate Redistricting Committee, Senator L.G. Sims, he gave no such pledge, saying only this.
I don't know who's drawing the map, but I will stipulate that the General Assembly will take up a map that reflects the fairness, reflects the equity and transparency, and reflects this transparent process.
I talked today to Valerie Leonard, who says that she's too fatigued to participate in this round of hearings, given she says that it seems like legislators' minds are already made up on what that congressional map will look like. But Leonard, well, she's otherwise occupied with other redistricting matters. She leads the group Illinois African Americans for Equitable Redistricting, which has filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Justice, alleging that that state legislative district map already signed into law by Governor Pritzker infringes upon the voting rights of Black voters in Illinois through retrogression and dilution.
Somebody's got to be the adult in the room and say, look, these are the laws. We've got to follow the law, and, we got to do what's right.
And she's hoping the DOJ will do that because she says Illinois legislator's state map makes a mockery of the federal Voting Rights Act and subverts the voting rights of minorities. This, even as she recognizes Black Democrats control some of the most influential offices in Illinois, including positions with direct oversight over redistricting.
We have a progressive white governor. How did we end up with this voter dilution? I think the problem is they're more concerned about their veto-proof majority, more concerned about politics, and that, I believe, takes priority to drawing majority Black districts.
Now, that state legislative map also facing a couple of other legal challenges. Meanwhile, the state legislature, the General Assembly, is set to be back a week from today. So we may then get a glimpse of what that new congressional district boundaries may look like. With that, Brandis, back to you.
Amanda, thank you.